Welcome to the Cuzzies podcast, where real talk meets the beat. From heart to heart, to laugh and cheers, we bring the heat. You're rocking with the Cuzzies podcast. Dive into topics from A to Z, no boundaries, always for you, gon' heat you beat. We breaking boundaries, unconventional catalyst, raw and authentic analysts. You're welcome, y'all, we finally here.
Hey Cuzzies, thank you for joining us on the Cuzzies podcast, where we love raw, transparent, and authentic conversations. I'm your cousin, Julia.
And I'm your cousin, Lisa.
In today's episode, dating from a man's perspective, with our special guest, Mr. King Giles.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. Please introduce yourself to the Cuzzies.
I'm King Jack. I call myself King because I don't put no one else above me but God, the creator. I'm an entrepreneur. I got deals. I lead. If you got deals, I follow. I'm a landlord. I'm a lord of my land. And we're about to talk about dating. Let's get into it.
Let's
Let's
go.
get into it. So, King Giles, first question. Are you single?
I'm single.
You? So are you single by choice?
Yes, I'm single by choice. Absolutely.
So what prompted choice?
Well, so I'm more so looking into myself, you know. I've been on the self journey for a long time, you know. So I'm figuring a lot of things out about myself, you know. The only way that I could be good for somebody if I'm good to myself. So I'm just learning myself and growing so that I could be good for somebody else.
I like it. Sound like a grown man over here for me, y'all.
I'm growing. Hey, if I ain't growing already, I'm getting there, baby. Let's go.
All right. So what do you look for in a partner?
So I need someone that is very understanding. I'm a certain type of guy, so I need a certain type of lady, you know. And I need someone that understands polarity, you know, the push and the pull. I need someone that's down to earth, someone that's ready to go on a self purpose driven journey also, because I'm on a purpose driven journey. So it's not gonna align if I deal with just anybody. It has to be a certain type of woman.
So, what have you learned about yourself on your self-driven purpose journey thus far?
I've learned that I have a lot of trauma that I deal with, a lot of issues from childhood, and I just pay attention to my emotions and my actions, and I try to implement. Once I learn things about myself, I try to apply those things so that I could be a better person.
So, would you say you're emotionally intelligent?
No, I would say that I'm seeking emotional intelligence. I'm not all the way there, but I'm seeking it and I'm paying attention and I'm applying. I'm working towards it.
And I love that because that means you're self-aware. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that aren't even self-aware. They're just in denial.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a great answer.
Yeah.
And I believe you. You know, some people
Yeah.
try to shoot
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, because it's a journey, not a destination. And I
Yeah.
think
So-
we realize that we know we're not perfect. We know we're always going to be growing and learning and evolving, but it's ultimately about self-accountability.
Right. And I will also add that I'm living my truth now, and you know, before you tell a lie, you got to keep telling lies, and all that. So I'm just looking forward to growing in all aspects of life. So I'm telling I want to express my truth more. So yeah, that's my truth.
That's awesome. So we're finna get in your business a little bit.
Getting my business there.
All right. So we want to know, have you ever cheated?
I cheated numerous times, and I've been cheated on numerous times. I will say that there's a difference between boys and men, though. And during all of my cheating phases, I would say that I was a boy, And now I understand, if I want something, I gotta give it. I gotta be what I want. So You know, black men don't cheat, boys cheat.
Okay.
All right, y'all heard the ladies. Do we agree? I don't know. Jury still out on that one.
I don't think nobody will ever know. We would never know the truth, but
Well, I think we do have a sense of the truth. I mean, you ultimately want to get to a point where you can tell the truth because I feel like we're grown and there's really no need to have to lie. Own your shit and own your truth. And I think if we can get to that, it'll be okay without the confusion.
But you got to go a little deeper than that too, because you got to be okay with hurting somebody. And sometimes that's the hard part with telling the truth, knowing that you finna hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be willing to take all that up.
Yeah.
not everybody is ready for the truth. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not everybody can handle it. Everybody want it, but not everybody can handle it.
Mm-hmm. You're right. So we know your daddy.
Yes, Lord.
We know him. So we just want to know, do you think that played a part in some of your decisions in your prior relationships?
I can't say. I thought about this quite a few times, and I would say yes, because I've paid attention to the patterns that I've had over the time dealing with certain females, and I believe it did, but now I'm more so looking to learn from it, other than to blame it or anything like that. I now try to use it to better myself or to learn from my mistakes of those parents, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Right.
but I can definitely see a pattern of the type of women that I've chose, how I treated women, how I've chosen myself over women. I mean, which, of course, you should choose yourself, but uh, how I treated people in general. I believe that um, um, my father and I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. I could go down a rabbit hole with it, but I do believe it does play a part, though. And but ultimately, I do want to change that, though. So now I'm paying attention more to myself and how I treat people and everything, so that I can work on myself and be able to be a better human being in general.
And I think that's great. And I think that goes back to what you said, experiences. Everything that we go through are meant to shape us, but it's up to us to find the lesson and the beauty in that. Like you said, it's not about blaming, it's about like reflecting and saying, hey, what is this trying to show me? What is this trying to teach me? So you don't succumb to the victim mentality of a thing, but you learn how to become the victor in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah, it was. It's always a lesson to be learned. And you live and you grow.
And
You don't have to go live and learn. You live and grow.
and I'm a student. I'm just trying to grow in all aspects of life. And like I said before, if I want something good, I gotta be something good. So on this journey that I'm on, I'm just trying to live, learn, and enjoy, and apply the things that I learned to my current situation, so that I can be the best for the woman that's best for me.
Yes. Become that in which you seek.
Yeah. So my question is, have you ever had a conversation with your dad about that?
Well,
I didn't want to have a conversation with my dad about
particularly about that. I recently just visited my dad, so this is good. I recently just went to Philly and watched the Super Bowl with him. We just hung out, had a good time, chopped it up. I asked him a few questions because I was curious, because I never seen my dad with my mom before. I never seen them together, so I just was curious of a few things or whatnot. And I had a few conversations with him, and basically what he told me is he had a girlfriend, and he was dibbling dabbling, doing what he wanted to do type thing or whatnot, and that's how we came about. But I have had conversations with him, though, and it was good for me and for him. You know.
And I'm pretty sure he wants to, let y'all know, but sometimes they just don't know how to say it themselves.
Absolutely.
Well,
But the conversation, the time that I spent with him and the conversations we had was really good, and it was well worth it for the both of us. Though.
that's really good. All right,
All right. So, how important would you say that communication plays in men being able to properly express themselves, like their desires, their needs, and their wants?
So I truly believe that a man needs the space to be able to express himself. Like if a man don't have the proper space to express himself, he'll just go express it somewhere else.
But would you say that's a lack of self-control? Because why go to another person when you can sit within yourself and rectify whatever it is that you may be dealing with?
I like that take as well. But I will say from my experience, that's what it pushed me to do.
Right.
Whenever I hate to be in any room where I can't express myself, or if I feel like if I say this, then it's gonna go left and all of that type stuff. I don't do well in those settings. I like to be in comfortable settings, non-judgmental settings, because we all have issues, we all have problems, we all working on ourselves, we all trying to grow. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's great. I think it's important to learn how to communicate and express ourselves, as well as be open to be a listener. I know for me personally, like listening can be my strong suit, but it also depends on the individual. Like I'm open to be open and vulnerable and hear you out, but when I start feeling like you're not doing the same for me, then I can get, you are still on the side of me. So yes, I can definitely attest to everybody needs that outlet to where they should be able to feel like whoever it is that they're choosing to confide in or talk to, that they feel comfortable doing that.
absolutely, and your person should be that space for you.
yeah.
Yeah, if you select the
Yes,
good person.
yeah, right.
Don't tell them. Get all you want out of a relationship. Okay, so my next question: do you think all men cheat?
I don't think all men cheat, but I think a lot of men cheat. I don't think all of them cheat.
Have you been in
Um,
a setting where y'all had conversations as to why men cheat?
Right.
I mean, I grew up around some dogs, bro. Like
It's just normal.
some real dogs, bro. Like, you know, I will say that at one point I thought it was kind of 50-50 with the cheating. But I will say I've talked to a lot of women that have been hurt and scarred, and
Yeah.
and they are the way that they are because of how men cheated them. And experiencing that and talking to them, it made me want to change too, though, because it made me feel like, dang, like this is wild, like because this woman, she can't even properly be good for the next person because of what she went through with the last person. I mean, it sucks that it be like that, but I have the experience to talk to women that have been broken, and yeah, it's not good for anybody. I hate it.
Do you think that men cheating comes from a place of like brokenness within themselves?
Yeah, I'll say trauma. I mean, obviously, in our culture, we don't like to believe in trauma and we don't like to believe in mental health, but a lot of the bad habits that we have, it come from it, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like ultimately we have to fix ourselves, because how can I be good? How can I be good for you if I'm not good to myself?
Right.
It just doesn't work. So
Can't give what you ain't
I
got.
believe I believe that individually, everyone, man or female, has to work on themselves in some way.
Yes.
And for myself, in all aspects of life, because you have a lot of different things, with when it comes to love, financials, all type of things. You just have to work on yourself in all aspects.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
I agree. And that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
We're here to grow and evolve. Now, granted, some people not because they just content in their dysfunction, but you align with the people who are on their own journey of growth and evolution because those are going to be the people that are going to get you closer to your tribe if they are not already your tribe.
Exactly.
And I will say also, I have been in rooms. I'm blessed to have a brother that's been happily married. I'm blessed to have my mother is happily married. I'm blessed you happily married. Shout out to Lisa. I'm blessed to a lot of people that I'm aligned with now. You know, they're living their lives. They're more happy. You know, they're married, they have families, they have kids. They, when they are in groups, they're in short group, small groups, gatherings. I just love. I'm happy to have those influences around me too, because they give me something different to look at from what I seen growing up. Because, like I said before, your childhood, what you go through, it plays a lot on how you are when you grow up. And for myself, I never really seen my mama happy with the man or, in the house with the man. I did once I got older, but as a child, it traumatized me. So,
Yeah.
I'm happy to have the influences around me that I have now and the people that's doing what they doing that show me something good so that I can have something to follow.
Right. And you know what? I want to say something. You know, just hearing you talk, I really admire the evolution that I am sensing within you. I think it's great because the responses you are giving only comes from someone who has actually took the time to do self-reflection.
Absolutely.
That ain't mean you proclaim to be perfect. It just tells me that, hey, you've thought about a lot of the things that you may have done already, and you have done a lot of self-reflection, and it has made you want to do things differently. And I can definitely respect a human being. I'm not going to even say a man, a human that can recognize when, hey, you know what? I've been a shitty person in certain aspects of my life, and I'm going to get my shit together.
Right. Absolutely.
I commend you for that. That's big. And a lot of men hold this stuff in. They ain't gonna express it.
Absolutely. And
So
hey, y'all created this space for me to be able to express myself. I've been around a lot of people, a lot of family members, friends that I would never even talk about certain things with because I didn't have the space to be able to express that. So I thank y'all for this space.
Oh, you are. Thank you for
Hey, shout out to the Cuzzies. Hey,
shout out to the
hey, shout out to the podcast. Man. Listen, hey, hopefully I can be on another episode and show some
he gonna
growth.
be on another episode.
Hopefully I can bring my shorty with me. Hey.
Yeah, bring your shorty the next time.
Hold on, ladies. Let's back up. Because then y'all here at the beginning, he was single.
Hey, I'm looking though.
Now we got to show that
dating.
he's single, dating, and mingling. It's a lot. But what works for my cousin is for my cousin. Okay.
Hey, come and date me, man. Let's see if you the one.
Now?
Let's do that.
No, okay, since we're back on the dating, topic, what's a deal breaker for you?
A deal, okay. It's several, but I give you one. Lack of confidence. Like that's one thing that I really can't do with a woman. Like, you like some women, I could tell them like, hey, you so beautiful, you so smart, you so talented, you can be this, you can own this, they don't believe in themselves.
But do you think that comes from a lot of the things you just mentioned about not just relationships, but it could be trauma from the child?
Right, and it could be. Absolutely, and that very well could be. But if you choose me and I'm your man and I'm
You gotta get your shit together.
Yeah.
and who else do you need to influence you or to tell you I'm him for you?
Okay, then.
You heard it here first, lady. Right. He's you. Look,
So have some confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I see, I see women all the time that confidence gives you a boost. I'm telling you, that confidence gives you something that a lot of people don't have.
You're right.
Because your energy speaks. It presents itself before your body actually does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak a little bit more. I just love a confident woman. Like women don't understand how powerful they can be. If this room was full of men and a woman walk in, everything stops.
Right.
Everything stops and everybody want to know who is this woman, what is she gonna say? They want to hear her speak.
Especially if she took that confidence in. It's like magnified.
Yes. So I just love a confident woman.
That's good. I need a confident man too. Listen, You gotta be confident within yourself.
Right.
Just know Lisa turn heads, and I'm gonna need you to be okay with that. Okay.
Period.
Period. All right. So, what's one thing that you learned about yourself from previous relationships?
Mm. I learned that a lot of times when I find somebody that I like and I see potential in them, I tend to move a little too fast.
Is that a Watkins thing?
It is. It is. It's in the gene.
Somebody please send him.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say that, like I said before, I paid attention to those patterns, and now I like to move slow and steady. You know, let's get to know each other. Let's learn each other. We can rock it out. We can do things. You know, not saying that we can't date for real. We can't do anything, but I just like to take it slow and steady now. And yeah, and that's why I'm at with that. I've moved way too fast with people that was there for the wrong reasons.
Right.
I mean things that I couldn't see in the moment.
Okay. I got a
It
question.
happens to the best of us.
I got a question.
What you got?
So, you know how a lot of celebrities have been spinning the block. You know how Nelly and Ashanti done spin the block. Is there anybody you will spin the block with?
Wow. Mm. This is tough.
In the block season now.
Spin the block the date or spin the block just to spin the block?
So when you mean with no attention?
Because you probably spin the block. No,
Spin the
like,
block to date the person, like go.
yeah, because time
okay,
apart, people grow,
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah, they say
Yeah,
absence makes the heart.
honestly,
Does.
no, I'm not spinning the block to date nobody. I would prefer to move forward, and let bygones be bygones.
So you don't feel like there's one that just got away.
Mm, no, because if they got away, they wasn't the one.
Okay.
If you left me some kind of way, you was never mine. That's just what it is.
Well, that's kind of like a double-headed.
Right, because you just
So
said
you
that
might have pushed me. You might have pushed me away.
Wait, say it again.
You might have pushed me away.
But even if I did, even if I did, I still wouldn't spin the block. It's still my house.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So would you rather her just
like that?
John?
That's not true. I respect you. I respect you.
I mean, I believe in moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel. But cool, would you ever spin the block?
Probably not. Because I'm the type when I'm invested for real, like I'm invested. It takes, I don't even want to say this on camera, but it takes a lot for me to like part ways with a person because when I care for you, I care for you. Like my feelings are genuine, they're pure, and they're authentic. So no, I probably won't because if I didn't haul ass, it's been a good damn reason. It's probably been 50 million, 11 of them at that.
Oh.
And that's not nothing I'm proud of because it says, hey, I need to have more balance. I'll own that. But hell no.
well, hold on, wait. You're not getting away with this one.
Right, with this because once I'm over you, once I'm over you for real, not no 2-week break. Once I'm done, like over you for real, ain't no coming back.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
that's kind of a hard question for me because I am married now, so it ain't gonna fit. If I was single and available, is there somebody that I would spend the block with?
Oh, that's interesting.
I can't answer that question just because I'm married. Okay.
Okay.
I ain't gonna answer. Respectfully, I'm gonna decline to answer. No, fuck that. I'm gonna tell the truth.
okay.
If I was single and available, there is somebody I probably would spend the block with. Just to see where it goes.
Okay, and you don't have to mention that person, but why?
Just because I feel like when we met each other, it wasn't our time. I think we both had growing to do, and we hope to come back, but our lives have been panning out that way.
Okay.
I feel like it was a good fit, but timing wasn't right. He had growing to do, I had growing to do. He wanted to be outside. I'm gonna be outside.
Can I ask a question? Is there any do y'all feel like there was one person for you? You know how people say that there's a person for you. Like, do
I
you feel like
feel
there's
like
one person, or do you feel like there's multiple
I feel
people?
like my soul can connect to,
yeah, I feel like there's multiple potentials because you might not align with everybody that you feel drawn to and feel a connection with because there's more than just feeling drawn to somebody. It takes more than that to really evolve and to develop a connection. So I would say I believe there's probably multiple potentials, but everybody is not going to be in alignment with you with where you are at that moment that you may meet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I personally like somebody that I can share my truth with. Like I've dated some people where like I don't know, I just couldn't even have the conversations about my truth. It just wouldn't fit, and I already knew that. So, and I blame myself on that too because while I'm in a setting or dealing with somebody that I can't even express myself to, you know. So that was a growing curve for me as well.
Yeah,
I
I can
shouldn't even,
myself, you ain't the
yeah,
one.
I shouldn't even be with you. I shouldn't even, so.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, God, come as you are. I'm coming as I am. If you can accept that, then you ain't the one.
Right.
And I'm always the type, I be wanting men to open it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm damn near forcing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you
What's
questions.
on your mind?
Yeah, well, what's on your
How you
mind? How you
feeling?
feeling? How may I better support you? Like I ask questions like that because I know we all deal with stuff. And there's one time I wanted somebody to be that supporter for me, so I try to be that in which I see. You know what I'm saying?
We try to show them what we want.
Yeah,
Sometimes they don't get it. They still don't get it.
A lot of men, black men, have been neglected to a sense. Like we come from where and when you in middle school, high school, nobody really like you for real. You have to give them something or show them something or prove something for anybody to like you. So a lot of men they're faced with that trauma. They already understand that, oh, you want to like me because of this. Or you want to like me because I made a basketball team. Now all y'all want me.
Right.
Nobody wanted me before I made a basketball team. So we live with that trauma in our head forever.
Well, 2 words. Share the word.
Get into it.
True. Yeah. And that's what it boils back down to. Because if you're not working on yourself, Oprah Winfrey said something that I like to share. She said, "In this world, you don't get what you want; you get who you are." So that was very powerful what she said. So when I heard that, I immediately wanted to work on myself because if I want better, I got to be better. So,
Okay, Oprah, drop that knowledge. Shout out to Oprah.
shout out to
Okay, so you're single, you're dating, you're mingling, you're open.
trying to
So, okay, if there's someone you are kind of interested in, which you are interested in someone, what would be your ideal woo date, like a perfect date to just woo her?
the perfect date.
Mm-hmm.
Um, me knowing my person that I'm actually dating with, my perfect date would be me and her on a picnic or in a park or on a lake or something like that. Because she's very she put me on some Erica Badu music, man. So she different.
So she
man.
chill.
Yeah, she chill and she's very, she's for real. So I would just like some personal time along with her and be able to pour into her and allow her to pour into me.
Okay, so would you say she's different from the women you dated?
Yeah, she's a lot different. She's a healer. She's different in a lot of aspects. But yeah, I'll just keep it short. She's different.
That's good. And so that lets me know that it took work within yourself to be able to even align with somebody in that capacity because the you that you were explaining before probably would have had a hard time even being able to receive a woman like that.
Absolutely. And I would also say, like I was saying before, I didn't have a safe place to be able to say certain things and express myself, and she allowed that space, and I was able to express myself to her. you know. So that meant a lot to me, and it was times that I wanted to run from her too, though, but because when you're not used to something, you run from that too.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
It's like, oh, whoa, what's going on?
Get intimidated.
Yeah, like, whoa, like
You run away instead of running too.
I've been wanting this forever. Now it's here. Like I don't know what to do with it. But for her taking the time and having the patience with me, though, I decided not to run. So we just dating and
Just
we're gonna see how this
Just
thing
ride.
goes.
But give yourself credit too, because that still takes a certain level of openness. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Which I agree. That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So let me ask. So there's a lot of misconceptions about what men want in a relationship. So what do you think is the biggest misconception about what men want in relationships?
For me, I'll say for myself, what I look for in a woman is somebody that's sacred. You know, somebody that's not in not into all of the culture things. You know what I'm saying? We love our culture, right? I love our culture. Don't get me wrong. But the culture can mislead you, you know? So you gotta be very careful. But I I need for a woman to be sacred. A woman that doesn't necessarily care about the social media, like, you know what I'm saying? Um
So you want somebody out the limelight.
Yeah, well, not they can be in the limelight, but it's all about how they moving. You know what I'm saying? Because
A cloud.
some people do it for the likes, and some people doing it for the dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now the ones that doing it for the dollars, I respect it. I understand. You know,
It's legit.
you know,
Yeah, because
yeah.
you really say it's genuine.
Well,
Like, as long as it's legit, we with it.
Yeah.
but as far as misconception, I think that's what a lot of people get caught up in. Like even going back to school, like you date people because of their popularity. You know, because of all of these. They're not necessarily because this person is actually good for me, and we can actually have something together. And
We just
do
look
something.
good together.
And we
You know,
think about it.
it just looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
What about feeling good?
Right.
What about being good? You know?
Right.
What about that person that you could talk to and tell your secrets to? You know? So
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like I think we date people who we just like rather than love.
Oh,
I agree. You know, I think some of that is kind of like to be expected when we're young.
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is how you grow, and that's the point. Because when you get to a certain age, you should be like how you're at that place of introspection. When you get to a certain age, you should at least say, you know what I'm saying? Dang, I used to do this. Ooh, wow, I can't believe. And it's so funny because I've talked to a couple guys that I've dated in the past that when I was dealing with them, I'm very vocal about how I feel. I'm very vocal. So like when we were dating, I would be very vocal. And so I was made the bad guy when we were dating, but then they'll come back and pretty much everything that I have said and have tried.
now they doing.
Now it's like, oh yeah, you know what? You used to always talk about empathy. I never knew what that was until you. And I'm like, okay. But now I don't care no more.
Right.
Like I don't care no more because when
She
I
already
was
said he gonna spin the block. Good luck.
Yeah.
But this was
Shoot
really
your shot
good.
somewhere else. Shoot your shot somewhere else, man.
No rebounds.
I do think man and female, if you deciding to be together, you have to be able to listen to each other. You know, because a lot of times, people say things you don't want to hear, but that's what growth starts at. You got to be able to listen to things you don't want to hear sometimes. So
Yeah.
I think that's key, to relationships and evolving and everything. You gotta be able to at least take the time to listen, even if you don't understand. Just sit there and listen, versus rebuttal and disregarding people's feelings. You can't do that.
Yes. Come
Man,
on with the disregard of the
can't
feelings.
do it. Man or female, you cannot
Yeah,
do it.
nobody. Yeah. because we can't tell people how to feel. We may not have intended for them to feel a certain way, but we still can't dictate how something that you may have done has made a person feel. We should be able to acknowledge that without taking it on as, oh my God, I'm a horrible person, but you can still acknowledge without taking it on.
Exactly. I agree. Oh, y'all got into it today. But this was really good.
Oh yeah, shout out to my cousins.
Well, thank you, King John, for coming
Yeah, for
to
sure.
today's episode. Please tell our cousins how to get in touch with you again.
And get in touch with me on any social media platform. The number one King Jack. You'll find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Come follow me, man. Like I say, me and my partners, we landlords, we the lord of our land. So we got short-term rentals, long-term rentals, and we just growing from there. That's it. Ownership is the key. Let's get it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you, cousins, for tuning in to this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify channel, The Cuzzies Podcast. Until next time,
Until
Get it,
next
cousins.
time.
bye, guys.